Testing, 1, 2.
Who's that? 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2. Oh, we're on telly. Welcome to Manchester. This is the Cash live stream all the way through till what time shall we finish tonight?
Say 2.
2?
2?
Right, you're doing overtime. Yeah, go on then. We'll finish at 2. It should be a cracker. Starting at 7. We're going to finish at 2 a.m. And then tomorrow we're going to show you Manchester. Where is it? Where's Manchester? There it is. Danny's Warrior on. We'll show you what we're streaming as well. But we are streaming Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hello everybody and welcome to Manchester for 2023. It has been busy. If you've not been looking at the social media, somebody played the mini.
And the mystery.
And the mystery.
And the mystery.
Somebody's not on the final day of the mini, and the mini, and the mystery. What happened? Come on.
Not much really. I just couldn't get going in the mystery bounty. I got here late Saturday night. Reg for 18 bigs. Ended up having five bullets that evening. 2 in the main, 3 in the turbo. And that was it. Didn't make day 2 of that. Yeah, can't buy in day 2.
Unlucky.
Mini went a lot better.
You had a stack. We saw. I saw C4 taking pictures, and you got chunks in front of you.
And then I ended up getting semi-cooled versus Balsy. Maybe I can flat river rather than trying to shove for value and run into the nuts of him. I rivered second nut flush. He had nut boat, and that was our mini. So not been the best weekend for us. Multiple bullets fired, no cashes, but that's going to happen sometimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is what we're streaming this week. We're on with the cash game 30 minutes later than advertised, but the guys, we were waiting for them. We've been sat waiting since 3 o'clock this afternoon. We were ready up and running. Everything was set up. We were like this. We're like, come on, hurry up. But that's what we're streaming. Tomorrow we'll be back at 2:30, which means we're streaming till 2 a.m. tonight. We're back at 2:30 for High Roller Day 2. Give you the numbers and runners and riders and from that. And if you check social media, in about half an hour, you'll see an absolute unbelievable hand from the mini main final.
Yep.
We'll tell you later. It was an unbelievable hand. Yes. It is one of those. It was on the mini man. I don't know how many are left. 6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's top left of the screen. I'll see where the table is up on the rail.
Well, you might hear it actually. If we get the headphones on, you might actually hear it. You might actually hear it. But that's what we're streaming this weekend, and then obviously Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we'll be concentrating on the main event. Plenty to go at. Full schedule from Manchester.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Check that out for the board. This is in a tournament.
So I spoke to Mike. He said it all went in on the flop. So Tens have got it in on the flop. They think they ping quads on the turn, lovely, and then the one out.
Ping quads on the turn. You must be fist pumping like absolute man. Get in there. There's the quads. There's the royal. A royal flush being quad 10s on the mini main final. They're playing for chunks as well. Yeah. They're playing for absolute chunks. They are. Amazing hand. Amazing hand. It can happen anywhere. But that is an absolutely just... See, if that had happened on the stream, you said it'd never happen again when you're here, and it would have happened within 12 months.
I know, yeah.
But it wasn't on the stream.
It weren't on the stream. It weren't on the stream.
You're lucky it wasn't on the stream because we had quad 5s in Luton last year, beaten by a straight flush of Ryan. We had Luton already.
Luton, yeah. Harry and Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Spittles. But that was the hand that was will be all over social media. And it is still ongoing. And the rest of Manchester will concentrate on that. But we are going to concentrate on cash for this this evening. Good to have the usual players. Some new players we'll have coming in. There'll be a few players. There's Midi, Tom Middleton.
Mitch Johnson, Gary Stephen-Smith there.
Yeah.
James Dwan as well, who won the mystery bounty earlier this week in 7.
How is Gary not related to Sam Grafton? How?
I've never actually seen Gary play cash. He's a regular on the MTT. He always plays the tournaments, but I think it's the first time I've seen him on a live stream cash table.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So we're going to do the 5-10. Could be side pots and bomb pots, and there could be button play and all sorts. There's all going on, but we're just about ready. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester 2023.
Yeah, and don't forget as well, guys, this weekend, starting tomorrow, we have got another £3,000 worth of giveaways.
Have you?
Yeah, we're going to bring the wheel back.
No way! We're bringing the wheel back. The wheel. Spin. The wheel.
Everyone's starting to tune in. How are you doing? Gary McGaffney, Kieran Cook, Tom Mole, The Web on Twitch, Martin, Neo, Wendy Watson, how are you doing? Talia.
Wendy's watching in the room, she's playing.
Oh, is she?
Yes. Wendy is playing. Watching and playing. Is our Wendy. And unfortunately yesterday, Wendy pure bubbled a seat for Coventry in the UK Poker Open. She's this is PK saying, I'm just checking all the cameras. He did tell us that he was setting everything up for the first 15 minutes. Yeah, Wendy played one of the satellites on Grosvenor Poker. I don't know what the buy-in was, but she was down to the final 5 when I tuned in. I managed to find it on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I just find it really hard to navigate on the phone, but I found it and I found the table. And unfortunately for Wendy, she finished third. I got a little, to be fair, she got £200.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't a seat, which there were 2 seats and £200, which was very unlucky for Wendy. But and as Gary says, yeah, the bad beat jackpot did go. It went in London, and it went at a time with the smallest amount of runners in live poker since the bad beat jackpot started. It's worth over £1,000 each.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
To each people playing
To
in club.
each people, and I think the table split was something like 14,000.
Oh wow.
So they got chunks. It went in London at the Golden Horseshoe, and it was something like 10 to 7 in the evening. So there weren't many players playing around. Blackpool had just started,
yeah.
300.
And they all got a cut.
And they all got a cut.
What a life. So 5-10, optional 25, guys. There's a side bet ongoing throughout the cash game. They're playing the button game. Basically, when it's your button, you put a pony on the button. If you win a hand in the small blind, you will then take what's on the button.
Does it get capped, that?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, does it not?
It doesn't, no.
Oh.
Keep putting ponies on, it keeps building up.
Ah, right, okay.
And it does create an interesting dynamic as well. Can be good for action for the table as well.
Yeah.
People continuing in small blind with hands that they'd usually just muck because of the money on the button.
So I think we've covered everything in the early stages. Welcome aboard and welcome to Manchester. PK is checking all the cameras, making sure everything is good. And he said it takes about 15 minutes.
So 10-3, Deuce Rainbow board. After Mitch opens sixes, it's just going to be bet fold. Bet from Mitch, quick fold from Gary. Yeah, it's just the cameras at the moment. That keeps coming up, that deck link duo. It says PK just sorting with the cameras. That should be finished with in about less than 10 minutes time.
So also, with the button game going on,
Yes.
there's also a £25 each person needs to win from the small blind.
Yeah. So it's the button game, but what they do, what most people
do they put
in
the money
game,
on the button?
They put the money on the button, but you
Right.
can only win the money on the button from the small blind. So that's all it is. It's
Got
exactly the same, but it makes it a bit more difficult because obviously on the button you're gonna win more hands from that position than what you would in the small blind.
welcome aboard, everybody. What's all the screaming and shouting going on in the background? What do you think that is?
I wonder.
Well fixed. Cheers, boss. It stood there and it worked. He got scared. Yeah. So the roar's just gone up in the background. What's happening over there? He does get slow. Hey, what a result for Spurs the other day.
Yeah, I know.
What happened there?
I know. It's
amazing.
First we played all season by a country mile.
Really?
Yeah.
Not taking for it. He wants to
Yep, Graham, PK is testing the cameras. As it's obviously the first broadcast of the week, and we are just making sure everything's set and ready for the weekend. 5 days of coverage.
Because weirdly, this is the first setup since 5 events ago, because they've all been in London, and the ring was set up and just left. And for the last we crashed as well. To be fair, JX for the last 4 events has said, "I'll help you take down the ring, lads." Oh, you don't need to.
LJ opening hijacker, it's 3 betting button, and LJ should just be peeling this one. Jack 10 suited this deep.
4.5, right? Thank you.
It's a okay looking flop for his hand. Flopping flush draw here on the Queen 7-7. Mitch continuing for 2. And expect just a call here from LJ. Instant service on the turn. Loves to see that. You want to expect Mitch to be checking fairly high frequency though. Towel with a lot of his range once the flush draw does complete here on the turn. I still expect him to go for a second barrel with his Queen X holdings. Ace Queen, King Queen that he can have as the 3 better, but I think the rest of his range is just going to be checking this one. Especially once LJ calls the flop. So he has gone for the second barrel now. So 650 here into 850, around 80% pop. And LJ just going to be calling once more, I think. Not really too many flushes we're worried about. I mean, King 9 of hearts, Ace X of hearts, that's about it. Ace Queen, King Queen still going to be in there for Mitch. He's probably happy to go for a second street value with in this 3-bet pot. We're not loving that river as LJ. And ill we are met from the 3rd barrel of Mitch. I think we're going to have to let this go now. Simply because as well, from Mitch's perspective, he's going to be thinking about our range of hands, and we're going to have plenty of Queen X that check call 2 streets here on Queen, Queen 7, 2 hearts. So I think Mitch just won't be bluffing this spot or finding a bluff here on the river. Well, LJ's actually going to go for a small lead now. Expecting this to be very small size, and it does just go south of quarter.
Early action. I think this is more action already than the whole of London.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Makes it 2k, and LJ going to have to let this one go. This is just always the Queen for Mitch. And I think we perhaps could have check folded. Simply because once Mitch double barrels here, he can definitely have a queen in this situation, and once he three barrels when it looks like we can plausibly have a queen ourselves here, it's just so often always the goods. Personally, I think we can just check fold this river, but once we go for the small block sizing, can't be calling it off once Mitch a raise from Mitch.
So just reverting around the chat box. Good evening, Nazi Boy. Hello, Tower and Co. Hello, Martin. Evening, gents. Now we YouTube alert. That's why you've got notifications on and you're subscribed. Just your wee tick gives you a notification when we go live. Glad you're here for the rest of the evening. Tom Hull says, is a stream table by the terrace? As soon as you walk through the door of the poker room, it's right in the bottom left-hand corner. Kieran says, Jay, you were on your brother's table for the mini-main the other day. Kieran Cook. Hello from Portishead. Where's that? Is that Wales? Portishead?
Sounds Welsh.
Sounds Welsh, doesn't it? What are you doing there, Gary? What are you doing there? Hopefully the stream has sorted itself out now for everybody. We've got that sorted out. Oi, oi, Russ. Any chance you could ask your contacts what the player's share was for the Bad Beat Jackpot one last Friday? Someone said it's 1,200, as there were only 120 players playing countrywide when it was dropped. It's not been confirmed yet, Russ, but we've been told it's between 1,000 and 1,100. But as soon as all the players get confirmed, then we'll let you know. But at this moment in time, it's the biggest payout since the Bad Beat Jackpot has been going, and it is over £1,000, but not confirmed the exact number. We'll let you know that during, hopefully, this weekend, because Jim will be here, and obviously he has to get okayed and checked that everybody does get paid. I was on the bus on my way to the casino. Do I get paid out? Somebody did ask. How are we doing, Barry? Jay, you will have to win next round. We'll never hear the last of it. Who are you playing?
FA Cup?
Yeah.
Sheffield United.
Oh, yeah, they beat Wales. They beat Wrexham, didn't they, last night, 3-1.
Is he Sheffield United? He's Wednesday,
He's
ain't
a big Wednesday fan.
Okay.
Who lost to Fleetwood. Somebody actually lost to Fleetwood, and it was Sheffield Wednesday. That'll be in a quiz question soon. No, that'll be in your next sports quiz. Who lost to Fleetwood? Hiya, Karen. Karen is on her way to Blackpool. That must be for... There. Oh, we're froze again. There we go. Blackpool will be having... Blackpool have a GUKPT. They also have a 25-25 next weekend. 25-25 will be in Blackpool in starting a week today. So if you're in Blackpool next week, Karen, good luck. I'm not sure if I'm there myself, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I'm there. So come and say hello. Put a name badge, Karen, and I'll know who you are. There's plenty going on. Obviously, we're there in Blackpool for the first of 2 visits on a GUKPT this year. Woo!
Oh, and Kev, what is it, Kev? Even the guys looking forward to the stream, looking forward to Coventry end of next month. So we're going to see a lot of this session with this side game involved. A lot of loose play from the small. We see Jamie here just choosing to 3-bet the 9-4, just going after what's on the button, and does end up getting it through with a C-bet after out flopping pan, and going to collect what looked about 2.5 for his troubles.
Barry Neville says, reason being you went top of the league on Saturday and got a massive game at Ipswich this Saturday, and you'll make an appearance. What, are you a sub or something? What are you? What are you? T-boy? What are you making an appearance? Made 10 changes. Yeah, the FA Cup's got. It's certainly nowhere near as valuable to lower players anymore, and lower league teams anymore than it used to. And Talia's watching. Good evening, Talia. Hope you're well. I think Talia might be coming up for the CAF Cup.
I'm going to be there, CAF Cup, the first one.
Yes.
Going to be fun.
It is. We're going to get Ali Malou dancing. Razor Kev says, didn't realise Gary played cash. I think he said something on the similar lines.
Yeah. First time I've seen him at a cash table.
Oh, so it's low.
We will show you after this hand, Ira. There we are. So we'll go to Blackpool schedule. Is it on here?
Not yet.
Oh, it's not on here. I thought it was.
Blackpool
We
schedule?
showed it last.
Yeah, we're just trying to tease you. We do what we want. We do what we want. We're Team Card Room Direct. We do what we want. The CAF Cup is on the 18th of March, and it's a Saturday. It starts at 12. It won't interrupt the Mystery Bounty because the Mystery Bounty starts at 8 PM, and the last song from some DJ that's going to be standing up and playing music all day long will be around about 5 to. So if you want to play the Mystery Bounty the evening, you won't have the loud music in the room to contend with because we're finishing the music at 8.
So Jamie Ace Queen raises to 75. And Gary going to defend in the straddle, 6-7-9 rainbow. So whiff for both players here. One that Jamie might check back on though, and does choose to check behind. 4 hearts on the turn. Gary gets there.
Beautiful, forget it. Starting to see number 4.
Yeah, I love this as well, especially once Jamie checks twice. Like, we just assume that he's just going to have what he has here, just ace high type holding, and actually goes for value here. Goes big actually as well, 2/3. Expected really small size there, but quick fold from Jamie nonetheless. There we are. So there it is, Blackpool, 15th to the 26th of March. CAF Cup is on the Saturday. £100 buy-in for that, 40 plus 40 plus 20, £40 bounty.
Pretty sure it starts at 12. I need to find out from that. If it starts at 1, I'll let you know, but I'm going to text one of Rick Gilby, who's one of the organisers, to see what time we actually do start. I got told 12, or me just be there for 12 maybe. If it starts at 1, it starts at 1. We still finish the live music just before the Mystery Bounty starts. But another fantastic schedule yet again. We'll be there for the cash and the high roller, and then the main as well. Pretty much of a muchness now. Most of the GUKPTs are very popular. The Mystery Bounty is very popular. 750 runners in the mini.
Yeah,
means they're popular
crazy,
as well.
Yeah.
Playing in the streets, weren't they? I heard on day 1B. They were playing in the streets. They were that busy.
How are we doing, Ashley? Hi guys. As the tour goes bigger and better, if people had the choice of winning the National League or winning a trophy, what do you think most would choose? Got to be the National League, right? Get a trophy for the National League as well, don't you?
A trophy for the National
Double
League.
whammy, plus 40 bag.
And a £40,000 package. I know what I'm choosing.
So pan opening on the button. Gary calls in the big, fairly loose, 5-3. Wants to get involved. The midi squeezing up the Queen 9 off here. And gets calls from both players here. Going 3-1 and 3-bet coup. Ace 10 a pan, the best of it.
Here's a queen, 2 spades. Midi hits a bit. Pan with the ace. Top pair, decent kicker.
Yeah, and this is Midi's borders, the 3-better, so just going to see bet small. And pan just with an easy call with position. Seven of hearts on the turn here, and Midi with a quick check, and pan with the all in. Snap all in as well, probably should add. Midi not having none of it, going to call it off with the Queen 9. He's getting a really nice price, 300 to win 1900, but 5 of spades on the river, and ace 10 going to be good for pan. Doubles up through Midi. How are you doing, Mark?
Hey, Fizz. Had the pleasure of Mr. J's company in the high roller satellite yesterday. He's a good egg.
They're fun comps so you cash out satellites.
Absolutely. And even if you can't play the high roller, certainly we're playing the satellite. You fancy passing it on to someone? Have you spent all the winnings from your Towers treble,
Yeah,
says Gary?
all gone, Gary. Every single penny of it, plus more.
We need another.
There's football on tonight, Man U Leeds, isn't it?
Man United Leeds, not even on TV.
No.
Rearranged game for some reason, not even on telly. It's the FA Cup. Sunderland are playing tonight. Good luck to Sunderland, they're playing Fulham, I do believe. Look at Cal!
Yeah, flying.
How many points has he got there? Stu Kirby, Lin Chen, Robbie Bull. Spoke to Robbie last year. Look at that, number 5. Who's already bagged a win this week?
I know. It was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, he won a...
I can pick him.
Was it Glasgow? Was it 25-25 Glasgow?
Yeah. Amazing. Tom Anavara said he was the man to watch, or one of the lads to watch this year. Goes and bagged himself for 25-25 5 days later. What a lad.
Yeah, but Cal already... That's like a tournament clear, Tal. That's like someone winning...
A full festival clear, yeah. Could be a full festival clear, actually. Big TR up there as well. Obviously, John McCann with his win in London. Very nice indeed. So, some good names already in the top 20. New names as well, which is always nice to see. If you want to carry on for the year, Chris Cunliffe won himself a trophy as well.
Yeah, he did.
At the weekend.
Liverpool, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, some good names there. Callum Owen in number 8. It'd be nice to get a few more names on there that we don't recognise. It's really good to see. What a promotion, as always. Can you give me tips for winning the Omar on Sunday if you're in form with your tips? Don't play the danglers. You know, Russ. Any updates on the Mini, says Tony Barnes. We'll let you know. Oh, it's not there anymore. There it is. That's the only update we've got from the Mini so far. We've had quads beaten by a royal flush on the final table.
Yeah, all in on the flop.
All in on the flop. It was about half an hour ago, and the place went wild. Nuts.
All the when the 10 comes and the Jack of Spades comes, it's just like...
That's the only update at the moment. We'll try and get you some names who are left and where they actually cash.
Midi in the small blind, just going after the button, just shoves the 4-3, gets it through, takes what's on the button. If you have just tuned in, guys, did mention when we started at 7 o'clock, there is a side game on. Every player puts a pony on the button. When the button's on you, you add a pony to it, and then the player in the small blind, when they win a pot, they will receive what's on the button. Going to be running through till around 2 AM, guys. I think it's a slightly later start for tomorrow for the high roller day 2. Obviously coverage of that on the Thursday as always now. But I think this one's going to be a fairly juicy game. It's definitely started more lively than what we had in London a few weeks ago. There's also a bit of alcohol flowing on this one, which can mean setting up a game for a few hours' time. And how are we doing, Victoria? Go on, Jamie. Jamie winning the mystery bounty earlier on this week. Oh, look at this.
Not even asked for one.
Didn't even ask for one.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, Tal, I'll do
Go
some
on.
tee runs this leg because I can. It's only there. I can walk in. I can do the tees.
Not even asked for one.
I'll make up for the Vic. No giveaways tonight, Tony. We might drop one in, a little one here and there. Tal might throw a random one
Yeah, it's
out.
usually the main and the usually the tournaments that we do cover, because this cash is a little bit extra for people to watch it.
We've got £3,000 to give away this weekend. As we get a no action flop here. After Gary opened the ace king. Could potentially continue this one as Gary three-way with the king of diamonds in here, 2 overs. Backdoor wheel draw as well. But elects to check on this occasion, maybe toning C-bet frequency down because we are multi-weight. Jamie does turn the best of it, 8 of diamonds on the turn, and now Gary is going to delay C-bet with second nut flush draw, 2 over cards. And should just be an easy call here for Jamie with position, and should lose pan from the hand. Well no, Jamie's going to let it go. 150 into 240 from Gary. So just under 2/3. Jamie didn't fancy it with his second pair. Real different feeling to this leg, Tal, because at Vic we're like amongst it all, aren't we? In the comms booth, you can hear everything going on in the outer room, and we're just locked away in the void here.
And it is a void. If I told you we could see Christmas trimmings and tables from 1947 and chairs that look like they should be on a bonfire and wrapped up Christmas trees. Yeah, the void is a little bit different. Cheers. If you ever come to Manchester and you want to know where we are, you'll never find us.
You won't, no, you
Play
won't.
some right hide and seek in here.
Yeah, well out of the way. LJ in the small raises to 100, and Mitch calling with the 5s. Out flops Mitch with bottom pair. And just going to continue here on the king high board.
Ah, sweet.
And not much we can do here as Mitch, but get out of the way. LJ going to take what's on the button. Yeah, I think he's really busy, Mark, the 220 turbo. I think he's got plenty of runners for that one.
Did the 220 get many runners? I can tell you right now because I have information. Information. The turbo got 80 runners. They didn't, I'm lying. He got 110 runners. 110 runners for the turbo.
Still late reg open?
That I don't know. I don't know actually know what time it started.
Sorry, we can have a look, can't we?
What time did it start? Oh, it froze again.
Turbo, late reg still 6:15. Yeah, late reg closed.
I've disappeared.
You have this. That's when you went on the T run.
Yeah, 110 runners. Nearly £19,000 collected.
So Jamie making it 75 and Big Pot Brewing here. Straddle's on as well. So effective here. Working with 70 bigs to start the hand. And Gary free band to 275. Jamie 4 bets to 600, all in from Gary, be a call from Jamie, and they are going to go twice, I think. Ace King for Gary, Queens for Jamie, classic race, 3.5k pot.
Oh, we're going to chop it. Queens against Ace King. You don't see this very often in catch, to be fair. We're clean for the Queens. Still clean for the Queens. No, that'll take one of them.
Yep, off we go again.
So running it all twice. Oops.
Oh wow, that'll do for the Queens. Hey! That will definitely do for the Queens.
Here comes Ace.
Full house don't beat Quadzo. Flops him dead.
Wow.
And Jamie running pure this week, shipping the mystery bounty, winning twice there in a flip situation and taking a 3.5k pot. Nice hand. What's the best way to buy into a main event if you don't want to bring cash with you? Asked Tom. You can pay on by debit card. My card's fine, but if you don't want to like travel with lots of cash, the best thing to do is just go to your local Grosvenor with the cash, put it on deposit, and then it'll be here waiting for you in Manchester. That's if you don't want to carry.
Every time you win tokens, it goes onto your account. Every time you win tournament, if you want to put it onto your account, it's just there on your card, onto your Grosvenor card. Just come in and say, I've got credit. Yeah, you can't use credit cards. You can't buy into anything in the world anymore with a credit card. But debit cards are fine, and obviously, as Jay said, put it on account, and you'll just stick in. A lot of people don't walk out with the winnings. You never see anybody with a coat full of pound coins anymore.
Two briefcases walking out either hand.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore.
How are we doing? Abba Canary. Evening Tower J was in Swansea G on Sunday and asked about the deep stack Cardiff next month. Employing the card room was unable to confirm the tourney as Cardiff's currently closed. Any news on potential cancellation?
We can confirm it's been cancelled, unfortunately. Okay. I was going as well.
I wish you.
I was. I've got a couple of friends there that I was already said I'll go and play the deep stack there. Unfortunately, because the card room is closed, I think it's staffing issues again and not getting the right amount of staff to be able to run tournaments all the time. They thought it was really inappropriate to get just the deep stack and nothing else. So unfortunately, Tower won't be in Cardiff. He was coming to Cardiff, but unfortunately not. It has definitely been cancelled. If we hear anything from Jim regarding coming back later in the year, then we will tell you. But unfortunately, Cardiff is no more.
Oh, then make up. Says the Ace King versus 10 was all in pre-flop. Oh, okay. Mikey said to me it was all in on the flop, but that's even worse, all in pre-flop with that run out. What a roller coaster of emotions if you're one of the players in that hand. All in pre. If you've just tuned us, that is the gross one from the mini main final table. Oh then Carl, good evening to you. And Mikhail says there's 9 left, very shallow stacks between 8 and 12 bigs and 3 bigger stacks in the mini, thank you. We've got Mitch here on the button, King 4 suited, gonna ISO the limp of pan. And Gary calls in the small and pan, gonna call with a 4 deuce as well. This is gonna, I think this is gonna be a fun game tonight, guys. It's only really just started, but seems like Gary is taking a different approach to what we usually see from him in MTTs. Pan seems like he wants to get involved and see a lot of flops with some dubious holdings. And look at this. Pan is going to take one off here with the bottom pair on the ace high board, which is meant to be a lot better for Mitch here. As the raise up, Jack of spades on the turn. And Mitch going to take a freebie. 6 of spades on the river, so Pan going to be winning this one. It goes check check, and the 4 deuce of Pan is going to be good. Right smile from Mitch. I don't think he's expecting to see that hand. So Pat limping once more in the hijack, and Mitch ISO in with the King 8 suited. Gary going to call with the 7s. Like it's Gary there, I might even 3-bet these 7s, just with the dynamic. Like we've just seen the hand before, Pan limp 4 deuce and call Mitch raise. So like Mitch ISO range can be very wide there, hijack versus cut off. So I might take the 7s and 3-bet there as Gary versus Mitch. But just decides to flat on this occasion, and only 1 overcard to contend with on the flop. So going to be calling once after Mitch flopping overcard and flush draw. Instant service for Mitch. Turns the second nut flush. And Gary going to have a tough time continuing here, dependent on size that Mitch chooses. I guess some of Mitch's bluffs are going to be hands like with the overcards, ace or bear, king of diamonds, ace king, king queen with a diamond in it, ace jack, ace 10 with a diamond in it, this type of stuff. But could definitely still go for a second street here with an overpair with a diamond in it for sure. And then he will obviously have turn flushes, as we can see here on this occasion. Tricky spot for Gary with the 7s.
If you'd never known him play cash, you think he's obviously got cash? He plays a lot of cash. He must play cash somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because we don't know that he plays cash on a regular basis.
So Gary is going to make the call, drawing dead here.
Queen of spades river.
Yeah, now just going to be all in and fold, I hope. Gary, have you got any of the 5k left? There's a little bit in there. We've still got some left. We've butchered a lot of it this weekend, but there's some pennies in there. Probably get me halfway through Blackpool. It just came down the mystery bounty because I read so late on the Saturday when I got here into the main. It was like 18 big blinds. I done 2 bullets in the normal flight and then jumped straight into the turbo with like around the same. And like when you're playing that stack size, you just get some hands. You got to get in some of the time. And
in the tank. A lot longer than you thought.
Yeah, well, I guess he's just thinking that Mitch has got one of these ace king, ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, bear, ace jack, ace of diamonds, bear, like all this stuff that's just going to revolve around the bear ace or a bear king. And Gary is going to pay it off and going to see the bad news that he's up against the king eight suited. And Mitch there gets called super light. And Gary's been felted, and Mitch, who has got unbelievable resume on these cash game live streams, is off to a flyer once more.
He does text us. Do you want to set one up every week?
But I had a lot of fun, Gary, this weekend. A lot of fun playing the sides, a few bevies, bit of a laugh, bit of social.
Tips, please, feature.
Some blasting off as well. Lots of check raise, bluff rivers as well.
Did you unload the clip at any point?
Yeah, there was a lot of
clip
unloading. There was actually a mad hand tower from the mini yesterday where I've long story short, open button, c-bet flop, bet turn, bet river, and I've been called with 5th pair on a 3 to a flush, 3 to a straight board. 10 3 of diamonds he had on queen, jack, 6, 5, 3, 3 spades, and he found the hero with 10 3 of diamonds, just absolutely wrecked me. And I nearly quit there, and then I nearly just went, I'm done, I'm leaving my chips here, I'm going home. Good game, lads, but fair credit to the man. Don't know who he was, but owned my soul in one of the hands of the week for me.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've just been told, guys, we've got a player that's just joined the table live that a few of you may know. So in half hour's time, all I'm going to say is seatbelts on tower.
Okay.
In 30 minutes' time, I have a feeling the game's going to spice up. Just a prediction, we'll see.
Do a racing trouble for Newbury this weekend. Flipping heck, I'd never be forgiven. Oh, what's on at Newbury? Is it a big meeting in Newbury? Can't be flat racing. Certainly can't be flat racing, can it? So it'll be jumps in Newbury. Right, I will do. Unshook one. Remind me Saturday, and I'll do one. We start at 12:30.
Yeah, he'll get the dartboard out on the. He'll get the darts out.
I used to love me the racing.
He'll put the blindfold on, he'll throw the darts and see which horse it lands on. That'll be the treble. I saw you, how was Uncle Monty's tower? I saw you digging into that before we started.
Uncle Monty's, let me tell you, Uncle Monty's is going to be with us for most of the season. It's the food van that was at the Goliath in Coventry last year. Uncle Monty's. It's here again. and I saw Sinead nearly face planting the food she got. Well, like, are you digging in, Sinead? She says, this meatball pasta is the best pasta I've ever had in my life. And it looked amazing. Yes, it does really well. Does Uncle Monty's is called, straight outside. He's now got an app where you can use that barcode thingy and you scan it and it comes up with a menu.
It brings you to your table.
It brings you to the table.
Brings your food to your table.
It's honestly, it's a bit of a game changer, and I've not heard a bad word about it.
I will say one tip: if you're coming down to play and you eat from the burger van, try and order your food about 15-20 minutes before break, because some of the dishes on the menu aren't very poker table friendly. They're a bit like.
Got you.
Like I had the what was it, steak Philly cheese spaghetti the other day, just massive like this,
really?
like trying to eat out of the table. Yeah, it was good.
That was on me. That was on my one of my to-do lists this week.
Very good.
Zacabello bagged himself a £1,500 ticket for bagging up day one mini main chips lead. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just in the main event.
For this event, because it's the last one before the UK Open that we're going to be at.
Wow.
They've done it for the mini main as well.
Zacabello, boom, boom, boom. Nice one.
Keep it warm for your pal. We'll keep it warm for you.
That's exactly what it was 4 days ago. Right, well, for a second.
So guys, I just had someone pop in, so I had to quickly mute the mic, but we are going to pick up action here. It's gone 3-bet from Millie and he's just elected to shove here 1.1 into 700, and I think this is fine here, Tower, with the ace queen. Jamie Lee comes to the table. In seat 3.
This is a call, isn't it?
Yeah, Pan, like, but I can't see Pan folding top pair here. Especially with Queen, we've got Queen of Hearts and backdoor equity at the time we are behind.
Yeah, it has to be a call.
So he has called.
Yes, indeed.
And fades. So Pan gonna Felt midi up to 3.6k. Nice start for him. Jamie takes his seat in seat 3.
Good evening, Roy. Are you joining us for the CAF Cup in Blackpool on the 18th of March? Let us know if you are.
Are you going to be playing? Or
No, I'm going to be...
Just I know you're doing the decks, but
I don't move from the decks.
Okay, so you're just up there.
I don't move from the decks.
Let me guess, you don't even move from the decks to the bar. People go to the bar and bring the drinks to the decks.
Have you been before?
Oh, I haven't been before, but...
No idea what you mean. But yes.
No, I look forward to it. Looking forward to it.
3K, pitch table.
Always love Blackpool. Be nice. Different time of the year as well. Might actually catch a bit of sunshine.
Indeedy, indeedy. Roy's hotel booked and pre-reg for the CAF Cup. Nice one, Roy. Look forward to seeing you there.
Is that Warps?
It is indeed. No, that's not Steve Warps.
I didn't think it was.
Steve Warburton's in the building.
Yeah, he's on the list. I thought he was.
I think is he going to play in the High Roller Satellite?
He might be.
I think he's playing the High Roller Satellite. Or playing the High Roller itself.
Vinny's playing 2K. Jamie jumped by the ball away. Can I win that as well? He's put 25 on. Mitch, do you want to just give him a K and then we can have all the money for the Jamie's sitting with a K. And Mitch is your 5K.
Fish says, wait till you see the raffle prizes at the CAF Cup.
Very nice indeed. Well, one of the big ones, obviously, is that Andy Booth has donated a poker table.
Oh, okay.
Self-made by himself, all done from Cardroom Direct. He's donated a fantastic poker table, and what he'll do on request, if anybody wants a privatised cloth, then stick it in and get your personalised cloth for you. You'll ask Andy. There will be a cost for that, but get yourself a personalised poker table from the CAF Cup.
Yeah, Midi's just on one, just shoving for 2k over the 150 open from Gary. Been felted twice already, maybe on the hunt to try and get some chips back. Gary can't pull this off with fours. Like, even if Midi has got a bluff here, we're flipping. The times that he has actually got a hand, we're in terrible shape, so should be letting this one go, Gary. And does. That's what we got coming up, guys. Rest of the week.
What we got coming
on the Wednesday at the moment, high roller, day 1 going on as we speak. Start tomorrow at 2:30 on the stream. Day 2 for high roller, can buy in day 2 if you fancy that one. And then main event coverage Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of side events. GUKPT Cup been very successful on the Saturday, 550 buy-in. I think that's a really good additive to the schedule since Blackpool last year.
Yeah, and a lot of people liking the PLO moving to the Sunday as well as the seniors on there. Plenty of people loving the PLO that don't normally play a side, but they'll stick to the PLO on the Sunday, which is a bounty. Every time you knock somebody out, you'll get some of the buying back. Hiya, Ewan, how are you?
How are we doing, Ewan?
Mike, I might want to contact you this week via video link because he's in Vegas
Oh, he's in Vegas.
and he's filming
Filming for...
poker. It's Poker Out Loud, it's called.
Okay.
And the concept, if I get this wrong, you, and I do apologise, because I've seen the video and I've seen the little clip about it, and I want to pick your brains about it because it looks amazing. They all wear headphones, so they can't hear each other. And then they speak about the hand and what they're doing and how they're playing it out loud.
Okay.
And nobody else at the table can hear them.
Right, okay. So like the viewers can...
The viewer can get inside the brain of the player.
Yeah, okay, but then the
Great
other players
idea.
at the table can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
'Cause it's, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
And
good...
he's just sat with all these amazing poker players, and you and McNicholas are sat. I'm not saying you're not. You're amazing yourself because you are. But it looks fantastic. So yeah, Manchester's all right. It's cold. It's -1 outside, but Monty's outside for keeping everybody nice and fed. And the numbers have been insane. 759 for the mini, and we've just started the cash. So good on you, and hope Vegas is a very successful trip. I'm not sure when we'll see you live, but I'd like to have a chat about it. So I'm not sure if you're available at all, but I'll get PK to send you a message. Yeah, the GUKPT. I'm hoping you're going to be back in Coventry for the big one, the millions that are coming up in Coventry. But if you're out in Vegas, then Vegas it is. The schedule's out for Vegas.
For WSOP?
The whole lot of
Oh,
it.
is it? I haven't even
There
seen it.
is, and I'm getting quite excited about this. There is a $300 bracelet event.
You playing it?
I'm selling 100% of myself just to play it. There is a $300 bracelet event.
That will get a hefty amount of runners.
I'm sure it's got 3 million guarantee, which is a lot of runners.
Yeah.
A lot of runners. Is that 10,000 runners? Is that right?
Least, yeah, at least.
Is that right? 10,000 runners?
Well, is
I'd
it
buy
like
three.
300 plus 30 or?
No, it's 300.
Just-
so
yeah,
it's
so
like
it's 300,
I
so
think-
probably
I'm
like
guessing it'd be
11,000 runners,
260
something like
plus
that.
40, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Because in Vegas they do the total buying, don't they?
Yeah.
And then take the money out themselves.
So
That's what they know.
12,000 runners probably to
Yeah, so
guarantee.
I'm guessing it was like 260 plus 40. But oh my days. Oh, $300 bracelet event. The full schedule is out if you want to check it out. And luckily for us, there's no GUKPT and no streaming during the World Series.
Yeah, Ewan says book him 10%. Tower's going to win a bracelet. I'll tell you what, if we come back for the Goliath and you're sitting here with a bracelet and I'm sat here next to you, I'm done. You won't see me again, ever again. I will not. You will never see me
if
again.
I've got a bracelet on, I'll have bought it off somebody.
I wouldn't be able to cope. I'd be done. It'd be the end.
Oh. Unbelievable.
So Pan limping in for 25 with the Jack 10 of Hearts. Hasn't had any opens yet, Pan, which is quite interesting. He's just opted to limp. Saw him limp the Ace Jack, saw him limp the 4 Deuce, now the Jack 10 suited. And did Mini just raise and get that through? Yeah, Mini made it 300 with the King 3 off in the small line and Jack 10 suited the Pan, just snap folding. Midi taking what was on the button. We've got a rail, Tower. There's someone on the rail eating some food.
No way.
Lurking in the background. Waiting for a seat. So Pan actually taking an aggressive action here, choosing to open the tens. Straddle was on this hand, guys, so it's not a free bet to 75. It is a just an open to 75. Just continues on the 983. Gets it through. When's the Goliath schedule out? Best man for that, Jim. When's Goliath schedule out? Announced at the UK Open, so less than a month's time. Less than a month's time we'll have the schedule for the Goliath.
Make me look small. Low, please, pitch your table. You're not playing it.
So TJ, Terry Jordan, takes his seat at the table in seat 5. Front and centre. Now we've got a game, Tower.
Now we've got a game, ladies and
Now
gentlemen.
we've got a game. And straight in the mix with the 10-6 off from the hijack. Doesn't apply to Terry that when someone's eating food and they get involved. It's always a strong hand. Mark in with the Queen Jack. LJ calls in the big with the 4-2 suited, and Pan going to make it £75 with the King 8 in the straddle. Terry calls with a 10-6 and LJ's in with a 4 deuce. A7-3, 2-heart board, so complete whiff for everyone here. LJ, backdoor flush draw, wheel draw, not much else going for him. 9 of spades on the turn. Terry picks up gut shot for his 10-6. Surprised that Pan, as the opener, didn't actually see bet this board. Free weight, but elected to check, and now LJ just taking initiative with the 4 high, gets it done. All right then, John Binns tuned in on YouTube. We are here till 2 AM this evening.
We are indeed. Grimo's not sitting down. Is he going to pull somebody off his chair so he can have a seat? Give me that seat.
I asked him yesterday, so he was on the day 2 table in the mini, and PK messaged me asking, he knew I was on Grimo's table, so he said, could you just ask Barry if he's playing this cash game or not? And he just lost a pot, a pretty big pot, and I've asked him, and I've asked him at the wrong time. He was a bit like, no, I'm 50-50, so I think he wanted to play, but maybe I just asked him at the wrong time yesterday. The timing was off, but might see Grimo on here later. Always fun to see him on the feature table.
Brilliant. Good laugh, especially if he's had a red wine in front of him. Jeez. I don't really know if Terry's VPIP changes tournament to cash.
To be honest, yeah, like it depends on the day of the tournament. How, like on the day 1 of the tournament, Terry's just happy to VPIP close to 100%. But if he actually gets a stack like on day 2, he will tone it down. Like he's aware of people being aware of how he plays, so he uses that to his advantage, and he does seem to tone it down later on in tournaments the deeper you get. But on cash, I've played so much cash with Terry over the years, and he just loves it. He's involved in most pots. He knows that he can just pull up again as well. And that's the other factor of tournaments. When like late reg is closed and there's nothing else running, like he's more inclined to maybe play a bit tighter. But I think with cash games, he's just always wanting to get involved, see some flops. Just ripping it here with the 10-8 suited on King 10-5. I'm going to run straight into the Ace King of LJ. It still does have 5 outs to find as well as backdoor clubs. 2.5k in the middle, 3 on the turn. So Derek Terry needs 5 outs or getting stacked.
Well, stacked it is.
5 on the river.
Evening, Ian. Hello, chaps. Listening to comms tonight while playing Hilo Omaha online and watching Sunderland Fulham. What a life. Sunderland Fulham. Oh, that's the FA Cup. Been playing well, Fulham. Been playing well. They're about 7th in the league, aren't they?
Yeah, doing all right.
Right up there. Massive shock in the football the other day. Man City losing to Tottenham.
Yeah, no shock.
Big
We played
shock.
well. We played very well the other day. Best we played all season. Moving the ball quickly, moving the ball forward, not backwards.
Yeah. I tell you what, Man United win tonight. They could be proper challengers for the league this year, I think.
You think?
I do.
I still think City will win the league.
I
I've been saying it all
think if
season.
they beat Leeds, United losing to Leeds. Oh. I can bock 'em. Man United 0, Leeds United 1. Honestly, if Man United come back to win that game, I think they are serious contenders for the league. City are going to drop down to League 2 when they get docked out one of these
Well, like Juve,
114 different.
do Juventus from years ago.
Well, yeah, exactly. I've not actually looked into what's happening at Man City, but it's made news. So has he up and gone?
No, I think he's just gone to get some more chips. His glasses are still there at the table. I think there is.
Are they his glasses or their teeth?
Oh, they could be Gary's, couldn't they?
Oh yeah, they are Gary's. No, I'm not sure. Not sure if Cherry's just done a.
Might have been
A runner?
one and done. Ah, okay.
Oh, that makes sense. He was on the 15-minute break in the high roller.
That's why Terry sat down. He was on break.
He was on a break in the high roller and thought, that's it. I've got. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Spare seat on cash. Get me in. Jamie Dwan's won something as well, hasn't he, this week?
Yep, mystery bounty. Mystery bounty. Shipped
So, I'm not being funny, but the GUKPT in the last 5 years has gone bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. We've now got Elmuth and Dwan playing.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, didn't happen pre-COVID.
I know.
No,
And
no.
don't forget about Antonius commentating as well.
There
Can't
you
forget
go.
about that.
Didn't happen pre-COVID. We've now got Dwan and Elmuth playing.
Queen 9 for Mitch in the small blind. Button looks fairly juicy. Reckon there's about at least 2.5 or 3 on there at the moment. So just going to raise the Queen 9 off in the small, knowing he's getting a fantastic price to get this through with a button money in play. 8-4 deuce rainbow. So not much for either here. Queen high and Mitch actually still in front. Jamie just going to let this one go and Mitch takes the button. Already up over 3k. That's where.
Who won the minute, says Mick the Mod.
Still going.
Nobody at the moment. There are still 9 players left.
9.
It's been 9 for about 2 hours. In fact, we can tell you when the last person was eliminated. 10-6. James Watkins finished 10th for £1,940. Matt Gray was. I've got a wall that colour. Well, I have.
God.
He finished 11th for 1,800 and we're 900. And Rich Kelly's on the final table.
How long have you been waiting to say that, Tower?
So they've been 900 since 10 to 6, and it's now 8:15.
Yeah, it's a Mitch opening button, Jack 6 suited, and Jamie just taking the ace 5 off and shoving for £725 with the button game in play. Just picks the £250 up. We've got the ace blocker in there against a Mitch button open, and going to get that through.
Well, that's always going to happen when you're 2.5 hours 900. The blinds are, the average stack's going to be shallow. I'm guessing at this stage you should be 400.
Yeah, we usually are. Like usually it's about 11 o'clock in the cash game, and we're telling them who's won the mini. But then again, that still may be the same. We may see everyone bust in the next couple of hours. Something's got to give eventually. Poker Mel says day one on the stream, and that is comment of the weekend from Tower already. It's up there. They don't usually get me that bad, but that one I wasn't expecting it, honestly. It took a second to clock as well. Oh. Jamie, second time with queens so far, and he's got them in the small blind. What a dream. No one's ever going to give you credit for a hand when you bump it up in the small with the button money in. And Pan going to call with a 6-4 suited, and LJ in with the 5s. Ace 10 deuce. Yeah, just see better range here for Jamie. That's the opener. Pan going to float with 6 high here on ace 10 deuce.
Wow.
Does pick up a gut shot on the turn. 3 of clubs rolling off. Jamie now checking, and surely if Pan's going to be floating, not going to fire, chooses to check behind. 10 of clubs on the river, and this is a horrific run out for Jamie here. Like, we just don't really beat anything now. 10x making trips, lose to ace x anyway. We're blocking the king, queen, queen, jack bluffs. So it's going to be a tough river call here for Jamie, and personally I just think this has to be a fold tower. What do we beat? Blocking the bluffs, 10x makes a lot of sense. Call flop, check back turn, ace x even. Like 3x, slow like 3-4, 3-5 suited might even take their showdown. Like, we specifically need Pan to just have a float here, and there's a fold from Jamie, and I can definitely get behind that. Gets bluffed by 6 high, but I can't see how we can call that river. Need Pan to literally just be getting out of line with a float on the flop, checking back turn, and deciding to go for it on that 10 river. But nicely played, Pan.
Evening, Catherine. Hope you're well. Hope to see you in Coventry in a couple of weeks' time. What are the chips on the button for?
So basically, every time it's your button, you've got to put a pony, £25 on the button, and then when someone wins a pot whilst they're in the small blind, they'll receive what's on the button. So you don't get the chips for winning on the button, you get the chips for winning on the small blind, but when it's your button, you've got to post £25 on top of the button, so it builds up. When someone wins the button, they replenish the 25 chips, so everyone puts 25 on, so it starts with £200 on the button. So like minimum you can win is £200, assuming someone's won it the hand before, then you win it in the small the very next hand.
Yeah. All good stuff. Hope you're well, Catherine. Watching it on Facebook. Hope you're good, and fingers crossed we'll see you in Cov in a couple of weeks' time. Plenty of satellites going on for Coventry, isn't there? Regarding the UK Poker Open. 50? 50? 50 seats guaranteed. 50? Wow. 50 seats guaranteed. Fingers crossed Catherine's already got one. That's fabulous. It's good that they're supporting the locals, to be fair, because it's a massive, massive comp. Like it a lot. Yeah, get the locals in. Wouldn't it be great to have a local winner with a £1 million guarantee? First £1 million guarantee Grosvenor has ever stuck up. And it's happening in 2 weeks' time. Any ticket giveaways? We might stick one of the, might do 1 or 2 of the 150s. The Jay has to rein it in a little bit because he keeps getting messages. In fact, he doesn't answer the messages, so I get them. In the end, does that Jay turn his phone off in between events? And I'm like, yep. Yeah. Well,
I'm a hard man to get hold of in between events.
Well, can you tell him? Yeah, I think we'll do one a little bit.
We've got £3,000 to give away in live tokens, £1,500 worth of live sats over the weekend, £150 each. One £1,500 UK Poker Open main event seat, and then we got £500 to give away in online tokens, which will be 110 closers and some £30 tokens thrown throughout the weekend. So literally 3.5k.
£3,500 to give away.
Not bad, is it?
Absolutely not. We're not. We're telling you when they are, but I'm guessing the way it went last time when we did the 5 Tower OJ things collectively, that seemed to work very, very well.
Oh, then Jim Marlowe, all good here.
Indeedy, Jim.
And how are we doing, YB Records? When's the next giveaway? Could be any time this evening if we do one, but the giveaways usually all start from the Thursday. Cash game night, Wednesday night.
Yeah, sometime tonight, Danny. Sometime tonight.
Best thing to do. And always give us a follow on socials at Grosvenor Poker, Facebook and Twitter. And for live stream coverage /GUKPT on YouTube and Twitch. And if you hit the follow or subscribe, you'll get a notification every time Tower and I go live throughout the weekend. And then just tune in, and hopefully won't be long till we're doing a giveaway. So much money being thrown at you guys this weekend.
It's fantastic. Thanks to Grosvenor Online and Live for giving us all the money to throw away. Love it.
Pan with the kings on the button. Going to choose to 3-bet face in the open from Jamie, makes it 200. Gary going to cold call here with the ace-2 suited and closing the action here, getting this price now. Jamie should be coming along and does make the call. It's in a terrible spot versus Pan's particular hand, but we don't know. We're up against a hand as strong as kings, but
5, 6, 7 flop.
Just happy to call. Getting that price. Pan with the overpair here. Going to check behind, and don't mind this at all here from Pan. Mixing in a check with the overpair here on a board that's meant to be a lot better for our opponent's range as the caller than ours as the 3-better. Yeah, now easy delayed C-bet. Once checked to us, twice as Pan. Jamie does have a 6, still does beat some ace highs, so it's going to call once. 4 of diamonds on the river. Probably going to go check now. Well, he's going to go for value here, Pan. Does check, reaches for chips and then checks.
Indeedy, indeedy. Would you like a tea, sir?
I'll tell you what, I'll have a coffee, please, Tower.
Coffee?
I'll have a coffee.
Ooh,
I'm going
mixing
to grab 10 and
Mixing
15.
your drinks,
so
it's not good for you.
I'll have a little coffee. Just one, please.
I never know these things.
I don't usually have a coffee too much. No more on the job.
On its way.
So King Queen for Mitch. ISO in the limp in the cut-off from Pan. And Pan going to make the call in a dominated spot with a King 3. Oh, what a flop for Mitch. Flop in the nuts. Ace, Jack 10. 2 hearts, and this deep we're just always wanting to build a pot. Just going to be bet for us, hoping that our opponent has something to continue with, and we are going to get some action from just a gut shot here from Pan. Pan drawing dead to a chop. And 4 of spades on the turn. So Mitch probably going to size up a little bit here. Wants to get as many chips in the pot as possible. The strongest possible hand out there. Unblocking all the 2 pairs, top pair stuff that Pan should be calling with once more. So it does go for 2/3 on the turn. And surely now this is going to be the end of Pan here with a King 3. Facing this double barrel here from Mitch. And there is the fold. Mitch wanted action, didn't get it, but still takes a nice pot. Still sporting. 3.4k profit so far today. Only been streaming an hour and a half, but great start for Mitch. Got plenty coming up online as well, guys, leading up to the UK Poker Open. Daily online satellites now, every night at 8:10, 2 1,500 seats guaranteed. Alternate satellites, 110 entries and 225 re-entry, so you can play the 110 or you can play the 225s, and as always on Grosvenor, you can get in for either cheaper. There's steps, £1 to £5 to £30 to 110, and then every Sunday we're holding a 3 times 4k package guarantee satellite on Grosvenor Poker, 225 buying for that. Package includes 2 bullets for the UK Open, a GUKPT Cup entry and £450 in expenses. So plenty going on online now, guys, every day leading up until the UK Open in just under a month's time. You can get in for cheap, and hopefully we'll see plenty of you there when we're there in 3 weeks' time. So Midi here, just taking the ace-10 from the small and ripping it in with the button money on top, and Pam with the ace-queen. Don't think he's going to be folding this one, especially with how he's been seeing Midi play already. He's going to fold. He's going to let the ace-queen go. And he's going to get away with one and pick up an extra 100 quid. 2, 3, just over 300 quid for his troubles on the button. Odie and Keyman evening, 1-0 mini main final table on stream. It's just how we always do it now. GUKPTs, we always kick off the live stream with a cash game. Has been put forward potentially to do a mini in the future, but we're just going to stick with the cash game stream on Wednesdays. And wouldn't finish the mini till about 6 in the morning, it's looking like this evening, Tower.
Still 9. Still 9. We lost the last person on the mini at 10-6.
That's what's really happened yesterday. I gave all my chips away because I thought it'd be a long day 3. I didn't. I didn't want to leave you 2 legs on the trot without me. A new player coming to take your seat in between Middy and Gary. Alistair asks, what stakes is this? It's 5-10-25. It was originally 5-10, but the whole table has agreed to make it mandatory 25. So 5-10-25. Side game in action. Everyone puts £25 on the button when the button's on them. If you win a hand in the small blind, you will collect all the money that's on the button, and then everyone will then put £25 on again, and it will go round and keep building up until someone wins it. Just a bit of a juicer for action. Small blind has to play a lot wider in situations with the additional bonus to be won. No, FWAW, he did take it, but everyone just threw the 25s back on the button because it's now a new round. It's just been won, so it needs to get replenished. It's not the fact of the matter that someone wins the button and then it's just £25 on it next hand. Everyone then puts £25 on it, so it starts off at £200 or £225 now. It will be that we are 9-handed. Pan and Mitch going at it again. Pan starts with a limp, Mitch ISO in with the 9s. Pan going to find a donk here with Queen 8, no club on 6-3 deuce into Mitch as the open up. He will have all the over pairs in his range. And Mitch going to raise for value right off the bat here. Makes it 350. Maybe thinking that Pan's range here is just always going to be like a 1-pair holding, a draw, something like that. Maybe not expecting him to donk 2-pair plus, so just going after some value from some hands like 6x, 6-3-5 suited, 3-4 suited, which we know that Pan can have in there after how he started this session. Jack of spades on the turn, so not really one we should be too worried about here as Mitch. Pan shouldn't really have any Jack X in this spot unless it's Jack X of clubs specifically, maybe a Jack 5, Jack 4 suited. Saw him call earlier with just the gut shot on the Ace Jack 10, but good to see Mitch going for a second barrel here like this from him. Just keep extracting value from all this 6x, maybe 3-4, 3-5 suited kind of hands, and then don't let the club draws realise their equity for free or even gut shots. And Pan now just letting the Queen 8 go, and Mitch does show him the pocket 9s.
Very active, Pan.
Yep, we just went for the float there with Queen 8 out of position versus a raise on 6 deuce 3. Looking forward to watching him today.
Mitch Johnson already up chunks. Good morning, says. That's Vegas. Has to be. Is Ben in Vegas as well? Can't be.
No, it's got to be Australia, right?
Is he in Australia?
Well, morning, guys. And really early morning Australia right now. Vegas wouldn't be morning, it'd be afternoon, right?
12:30 in Vegas.
Or maybe New Zealand. New Zealand might be more.
Australia. What's in New Zealand?
I don't know.
Well,
He said
wind and
morning.
rain.
I'm just thinking where he could be.
And lots of sheep. Come on, Ben. Where are you? Morning.
Thailand, maybe.
Yeah.
He's just woke up. He's in the UK. He's in the UK. He's just woke up.
Oh my
Makes sense. It's his morning.
Oh. Nothing more glamorous than his bed. And a late one to be up at 8:36. Brilliant, love it. Oh, I love it.
How much you play with this one?
LJ choosing to raise it after Gary continued on the ace high board. Wow, and Gary just going to shove the king queen here tower. This bit of a misstep, but maybe he thinks that LJ's at it. Maybe just thinking that he's more weighted towards a draw here on ace queen 7 as the caller, but it's flop 2 pair here, and Gary going to need some help, not getting any on the first run.
Let's do it again.
So LJ going to take that one. And the other thing about that hand tower, LJ's been really snug the first coming up to 2 hours of this stream. Hasn't really got out of line much, just been playing solid holding. So I think even more reason to just potentially fold the king queen there versus the raise, or even to check back on ace queen 7, king of diamonds, 2 diamonds out there. Very nice one to mix in a check with. But Gary went for the bet, and then when met by the raise, decided to 3-bet rip, just never getting called by worse. Maybe sometimes we do fold out some better hands, maybe some ace 10, stuff like that. But I think we could just definitely check flop. But he's left his glasses there, so I'm sure Gary will be back for another spin. Chris just comes to the table, going to be getting involved with king queen. Raises 265 and midi here with the ace king. 3-betting to 250. Midi gets that one through.
So still 900. Big news will be if we ever lose one in the mini. That'll be the big news of the day. Because at the moment, still 900.
That's mad.
That's nearly 3 hours on an FT. 900. And if anybody comes out and says, well, structure weren't very good, it was a bit shallow. They played 6 levels.
Jamie and Jack 8 suited, going to raise to 75. And Pan going to come along in the small. With the Jack 7 off. Maybe eyes on the button money. He does flop gut shot on 10, 8, 4, 2 clubs.
So Pan leads out. 1, 2, 5, call from Jamie, second pair.
And double gut shot now for Pan, so I wouldn't actually mind now. I wouldn't have donked flop tower, but if we are donking flop and we get to this turn, definitely one we could set up a double barrel on, blocking both straights. We've got equity to get there and also potential to bluff some club rivers. So like the choice, the double barrel, maybe we can go a bit larger. Our third pot I think is just a bit too small. Like Jamie's getting a decent price with position with most of his range now, so not going to be folding out too much that calls the flop bet. And Jamie does make the call, so potentially could have gone larger as Pan there. But 3 of hearts on the river. Then has Pan got the triple winning tower? Let's have a look. Can he find the triple here with the Jack 7? And from Jamie's perspective, once met with this bet, we can see Pan is going to bomb this one. It looks like 500. There we go. And just a snap fold from Jamie. So Pan, very nice indeed. Does find the 3 barrel on the end. I like it, tower. Wouldn't have personally donked, but once we get to that turn with our particular holding, goes for the bomb on the turn
And the small blind win.
and yeah, and the small blind one. Goes to the small bet turn, sorry, and the bomb on the river. And it gets it done.
And Ben last night couldn't even knock somebody out with quads.
And I think he's talking about the minute when you said there's 9 left.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not wrong. Yeah, 9 players left. And quads lose. Oh, great, isn't it? Still on 9. Turbo, fantastic turnout. 110. They're down to the final 26. That'll be on an FT before we lose one in the mini. And the high roller, 64 entries, 41 players left. London had something like 25 buy-ins for day 2 on the high roller. So tomorrow when we come to it, we'll see how that goes. So as Jay just nips out, rest of Manchester looking like this. Wednesday is today for the cash. Tomorrow will be the high roller day 2. We start on the stream at 2:30, so we're finishing tonight at 2, and the live stream will be on at 2:30 tomorrow. Friday, Saturday and Sunday we'll be concentrating on the main event, but plenty of side events. Turbo on the Friday for the main event. GUKPT Cup, £550, been very popular since it started. And then day 2 of that is on Sunday, as well as the seniors and the Omaha. Get involved in the Omaha on the Sunday. So Mitch raises to 75. Seat 2, Mitch Johnson. $7.62 flop. Check all from Pan. Goes check, check. Does Mitch fire the river? No, it doesn't. King Eye says Pan's got A-side. That'll do nicely. Rennie sitting down in the background. Final tabled earlier this week. Still 900 in the minute. Three hours 900 on the FT of the mini main. Queen high flop, Queen 7-5, 2 spades, flush draw hits on the turn. So 4 spades on the board, but Mitch with 1 pair. That's to fold to Jamie's bet on the river. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the live stream in Manchester. Berry New Road is the venue. Grosvenor Casino. Hope everybody is good. Live streaming for the next 5 days. Evening, Bowbag. We are all good, thank you very much. Hope you are well. Big bazaar. Just gets better and better for Jamie. Ace 10 on a 10-10 ace flop. Pan's firing into him. This is delicious. What's Pan going for now? He's going for 300, 325 maybe. Look at that. Fearless. Bets 200 again. We have the nuts, says Jamie. Oh dear. Make it 1500, he says. And should be a fold coming in. But we know Pan's a bit fearless. But not that fearless. Very nice indeed. Jay's in the box. He's just gone for a quick 5-minute walk around the casino. Basically to the smoking area. But he'll be back with us very shortly. Jay is with us. And the rest of the team as well. Hiya Matty Taylor. Hi Todd, hope you're well. It's a karaoke king from the Teesside Charity Poker Night. Hope you had a fantastic night, Matty. Raising nearly £6,000 again for charity in the local Teesside area. Always a cracking night. And this year, Blackpool has its own version of the Teesside Charity Poker Night. It's the CAF Cup. The CAF Cup will be on the 18th of March. You can pre-reg in any Grosvenor casino. You can buy in online. Just £60 to play. There's a £40 additional top-up if you fancy it, but it's £60 in. And I think there's 100 players already pre-regged, and it's capped, or it's full at 200. So half the seats have been sold. Another month to go, the 18th of March. It'll be at the start of the Blackpool GUKPT, before the Mystery Bounty.
Who's in the box with you, Tower?
Here he is. Here's the man.
Yeah, just grab 10 every couple of hours or so.
Absolutely.
No breaks on the cash game stream.
Will you have any supper tonight? Or
I'd done before. I might go last orders at the van at 5 to 11.
See what's left.
Yeah, see what's
have
left.
Have you got all left, mister? Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have cooked too much then, should you?
I woke up late today, so I probably had breakfast, and lunch will probably be about 11.
The cashier page on Grosvenor Poker is blank. That I don't know. Andrew? That I don't know. Is it down or is it just me? Does anybody know? Not that I can check, unfortunately. If there's anybody in the chat that can help out. The elderly maniac needs a bit of help with the cashier's desk online.
So Mark and Chris chopping this one up, both turning the Jack-eye straight. False to Chris on the button. There's the ace deuce. We're going to make it 75. Midi calls 10-7 suited in the small. Jamie making the call with threes, and Mark just going to take this king queen and rip here for what is effective 19 bigs. It's a cash game, but still 19 big blinds we're working with. Button open and 2 flats. Moving and straddle. This king queen's just a beautiful candidate to rip in with all this dead money in there, as well as midi going to be pretty light as well in the small. He's never going to have any traps with this small blind game in play, so we just got to get through the button opener, and a lot of the time we're going to be good. Well, midi is going to call it off. I don't know how much is on the button tower, but I'm guessing there's going to have to be at least 4 on there.
Well, Pan won the last one in seat 1.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, £100 plus the 2. It's 325 quid in there, so midi's essentially getting 3 to 1 on a call here. So just going to put it in with a 10-7 of spades. And what a flop for him, 2 spades on there. He's just gone equity favourite. Still needs to hit 5, 10, 7 spade. And it's a king. Complete whiff after that flop, and the king higher mark. Well, king on the river. Going to get the double.
How many entries in the high roller? Over 60.
Yeah, there's 7 tables, I think.
7 butchers. The high roller, ladies and gentlemen, 65. 6 and 5, 65.
Yeah, it's a fun table out there when I just had a little wonder. Bowie, Andy Wilson, Dave Doherty and TJ are all on the same table in the high roller. That sounds like a fun one.
News in the mini.
Oh, someone's gone.
We're down to 7.
Oh, 7.
We are. Yao Zhu Yin was out in 9th, and Mikhail Cezal was out in 8th. So 2 quick eliminations. Means we're now down to 7. And next out will be King Hangman. Because seat 1's gone and seat 2's gone.
Oh, okay.
And King Man is unfortunately
Who's in 9? Who's the winner then?
Rich Kelly.
Oh, obviously. Is it going to be Kelly Kingdom 2023 again? You coming down, Ben, at any point? You're day 2 buying tomorrow for the high roller? And how are we doing, Ricky Kebabs? Good evening. All good here. I can't remember who it was, Ricky. Someone come up to me this week and asked if we could bar you from the giveaways after, because you've won a few tickets over the last few months. I can't remember who it was, but someone come up to me asking to bar you from the giveaways because you've won too many.
They'll be watching the mighty Sunderland in the FA Cup. Playing Fulham.
So Jamie on the button, just raise and take there with 7s.
Going up. Next event. Is it our next event?
Yeah,
it will be, won't it?
We'll literally
that's
be
come
there.
round quick.
3 weeks time, Tower. 3 weeks time.
3
we'll be there.
weeks time. Sunday the 19th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Great chance to satellite in for a fraction of the price into the big one. The UK Poker Open £1 million guarantee main event. We're going to be there from Friday the 24th. Hope to see a lot of you there. It is going to be busy. We are looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
And we've got 10 £150 satellite tokens, live satellite tokens to give away this week. And also,
we start streaming on the Friday, is that right, with a cash game? Is that what we're going to kick off with?
Yeah, I
on
think
the
so.
Friday?
PK is still putting it together, I do believe.
Well, Vinny come up to us when was it? I think it was in London, and said he'd like to be on the old cash game. Oh, it's on stream.
Get him in.
He coming on
Get
stream
him in.
and said,
That's what we say. Get him in. Good old Vinny.
and then we'll probably have the locals.
A lot of people going down to Manchester over the weekend. Ian Needleman says Sunderland 0, Fulham 2. Oh dear.
What was it, last 16 of the FA Cup now?
I have no idea. We're never in it.
You're in it? You're always in it.
Well, we are always in it. We're just never in it for that long. We lost to Ipswich Town.
How are we doing, Fly Crush?
So, pan 3 bets to 300 with the old 8-6.
Yes, a chunk on that button now, Tower. So,
Yeah.
Pan was the last one to win it. It's probably at least 400 on there now. So, just trying to take the initiative here with the 8-6. I'm going to be met with a 4-bet from Chris with the Ace-Queen. Just recognises that Pan in the small blind here can definitely be light in this given scenario with the amount of money that is on the button. But now Pan's not just getting 400 to win 1.1, he's effectively getting 400 to win what's probably closer to 1.6, so 4 to 1 on a call here. So in theory only needing 20% equity in the spot. So he's going to come along for the ride. 8-6 off here, out of position in the 4-bet coup. All to do with the money on the button. See, both cards are live.
Nine, 4, 3. Yes, still in front.
And going to be small bet on this board here. Tower 4-bet pot 943 rainbow. Going to be small sizings for Chris. Don't want to be going large here. In a 4-bet coup with position, just goes for 380. So 380. It's just over 20% between fifth and quarter. Like the sizing choice here. And Pan should be getting out of the way, but we've already seen Pan mix it up. He's been floating a lot with some random hands, no draws. We saw a raise versus Mitch with just queen high, no draw, but this time he is going to relinquish his hand and let that one go. The way of Chris was up to 4k Pan, but done some chips back in the last 20 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Evening Fly Crash. Hey, Warren. Warren Warden from Blackpool. How are we doing, Warren? How do you win the money on the button? You have to win the hand in the small blind. not the button. The money goes on the button, but it's a small blind that has to win the hand.
Midi here, suited ace, happy to open, even from gun, makes it 75. Pam once more getting involved, 10-5 off this time in the mix with the 10-5, why not, on the button. And Mitch in the small blind, just aware of the price he's getting to win this hand. And Pan flopping best here with the 10-5. And Midi's got bottom pair, so we're going to continue here for what looks like 150. 60% from Midi, and Pan just calling with his top pet.
Oh no, 10 of spades on the turn.
Just lock it up.
Oh my days.
Lock it up. Yeah, Midi still may call once, dependent on sizing that Pan opts for here. Obviously, still ahead of all the bluffs. Loads of hands out there. All going to be in Pan's range. If he's peeling 10-5, he'll have all 16 of like 8-9 off. All these sort of gut shots. Club draws in there as well, so Midi is going to call once more. And it's the 5 of spades on the river. Pan boats up. Not going to be a tricky one for Midi. Only real draw completing is the 4-6, although we do go behind to like the 4-5, 5-6 type hands that make a pair on river. However, they're probably just going to check and take their showdown, so Midi just letting it go. And Pan with the 10-5 off, is he going to show the table? Looks like he wants to show, he is going to show. There it is.
And he shows him. Russ Coley, any announcement yet on the Bad Beat Play share tower? It should be, and it should be confirmed by the end of tomorrow. So if we get it before Russ, we'll let you know. It's looking like it's just over £1,000. They'll confirm all the players from around the country. I've been told it should be by the end of play tomorrow, but if it's not, it'll definitely be Saturday. And I'll get Jim to announce it and let us know exactly what the player share is. But we have been told it is just over £1,000. That's what we've been told. But confirmation on its way sometime in the next 24 to 36 hours. Henry's result on the mini main. They were 9-handed, Barry, for 3 hours and 4 minutes. And then we lost 2. So there's still 7.
So open here from Mark with the King Jack of Hearts, raises to 75. Pan flatting the ace-3 suited, fine to pill this one. Some free bets, but I think flatting fine more often than not. Mitch going to call on the button, Jack-3 coming along in the small, and Midi going to come along as well. And look at this flop. We've got 2 flush draws, we've got 2 nut flush draw and wheel draw for Pan. So potential for a big pot here. If a diamond does roll off on turn or river, Mitch going to start with a call. Gary going to take one off here with just Jack-3 on 9-4 deuce. Obviously maybe thinking about the money on the button now.
Oi, 7 of diamonds turn. Uh-oh. I can see a full double. I can see a full double coming here for Pan. I really can.
Depends how he plays it, Tower, depending on what size he chooses here on the turn.
Is that 150? No, just 100?
Yeah, now with my Mitch, I'm just always thinking I've got the best hand versus Pan here. Still got Gary to worry about behind us. Obviously, overcalling flop can still have some better flush draws himself, but yeah, it's just going to be raised here from Mitch Tower.
There, makes it 4. Gary being straight out of the way.
Now back on Pan. Let's see how he's going to proceed here with his nut flush, and looks like he's going to go straight for the value.
Raise.
And decides to raise once more. Free bet on the turn here. Making it 1k to go, and this is a horrible spot now for Mitch here, Tower, because the way Pan's been playing, like Mitch may convince himself that he may overplay some hands here, like some sets, some smaller flushes, which should just be flat in here on the turn. So I don't see how Mitch is going to be folding here versus this particular opponent, and it's just a dirty river as well. 8 of clubs, clean as you like for both players in their heads, and now Pan just moves all in, and Mitch isn't loving this.
You're not worried I've got a flush? No, he's not.
Like, especially as well, Tower, like we hold Jack 10 of diamonds here, 9, 7, 4 of diamonds on the board. So like the only flushes we've really beaten are like 8, 6 of diamonds, 6, 5 of diamonds, 8, 5 of diamonds. That's about it. 3 combos of flushes that we beat, and then Pan can still have all the ace X of diamonds, some king queen of diamonds, king X of diamonds, queen X of diamonds, the way he's been playing. So countless combos of flushes that we lose to, and very few combos of flushes that we actually beat with the given diamonds on the board. But the problem we've got against a player like Pan, the way he's been playing, like sometimes he might just be overvaluing like a set here, or maybe even a 2-pair, because he has been playing pretty wild, and that's the problem Mitch has got. He'll be aware, like against someone who's really competent, that this is just a bluff catcher now, this Jack 10 of diamonds, but once the turn goes 3-bet call. But it's still very difficult to fold a flush here.
It is. Can somebody get it? That's it. That's it. Somebody put it on the table.
He looks so comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Look, he's sat back, he's drank his water, he's left the table, put his water on the table, quick sit back down. Can he find the hero fold here? Tough one for Mitch. And
yeah,
he does make the
call.
He does make the call, and Pan will show him the bad news. And Pan going to scoop the biggest pot of the day, 6.7k going his way, puts Mitch back in the red, and Pan now the big winner on the cash game stream so far, up to 6.7. Ace 3 of diamonds, getting the job done. The Pan's got hot, says Jim Marlowe.
Pan has got hot.
It's a tough one for Mitch, but I think it's probably that decision comes down to the opponent we're playing against. But once turn goes 3-bet, like Jack 10 of diamonds, we're not loving life. Yes, we've turned a flush, but like what hands is our opponent going to 3-bet on the turn once the flush completes there that we are ahead of? And is this opponent ever capable of finding a bluff for that amount of big blinds in a 5, 10, 25 game? You've got to ask yourself all these questions, and then you've just got to make the assumption yourself. And I guess Mitch thought that sometimes Pan might overplay some hands in that spot, that we actually beat some worse value hands.
Ash says 2-0 to Leeds. How is that even possible?
Because about 90 minutes ago you go, I really fancy Man U for the league. That's why. That's how that's happened. He goes before it's kicked, I really fancy Man U for the league this season now. Do me a favour, Tal. Tell me you fancy tomorrow night, just before 5 minutes before kick-off. Ace King for Garrick. Had a rough start today. Hasn't really got much going, but picks up a premium holding here and 3-bets the 250, facing Mitch's cut-off open, and Chris here in the small blind with the 7-deuce suited. And 7-deuce isn't on, Tower, but like if 7-deuce game was on in the small blind here, this would just be a mandatory 4-bet even without the blockers. But he's going to 4-bet anyway. Is 7-deuce on? Do we know?
Don't know if the 7-deuce is on, but we just had a call from Chris in Saudi.
No,
Chris is playing it on his own.
Yeah, no, 4-bet from Chris. So I'm not sure if it is on. It's probably not, but if it was on, this would just be a mandatory 4-bet, because all the dead money we win from the 7-deuce game, button game, getting this through, just makes it so profitable for us. However, without it on, I think we can just sometimes let it go. Don't have to just try and be involved with every small blind just to win the button money. Although there's over 500 quid on there now, Tower. It looks closer to 6, to be honest. 3 pinkies, probably around £600 on that. So A7-3 rainbow. So in terms of range, very good board for Chris here as the 4-better. So going to continue small, and Gary should just be calling here. Do not want to be raised in the ace-king. Oh, want to keep some bluffs in.
7 on the turn.
Oh, it's just not been Gary's day, has it? It's just not, and we can't fold tower. We literally cannot fold. We're going to have to, once we just choose to flat the 4-bet, button versus small blind here, we're just going to have to call turn, call river. Like, we block the one hand that we think we're going to be up against the aces, only one combo left of that. Like, we don't expect Chris to have any 7x here, really. So it's just a really unfortunate turn card.
About 900.
Yeah, and just going to be the same again from Gary, I expect.
Not only is he going to win the pot, is Chris in 5. He's going to get the bonus of the small blind.
Maybe even thinking about jamming this one tower as well, because if we call 4.1k in the middle, only 1800 behind, so around 40% pot left. So might be thinking about going for it here. However, are we ever getting called by worse? Well, it does say all in and a snap call from Chris.
Well, Steve, Gary knows he's behind, because well, the chips just went in. Instead of them all in, there was a call instantly. So Gary saw the bad news.
Yeah, back-to-back big pot, 7.7k that one going the way of Chris. Wins the button money as well.
Absolutely. The money on the button is for everybody puts in a pony onto the button, but you have to be in the small blind to win the money on the button. So it's a small blind game, really. Small blind is the winning hand to win the money on the button. So that's the extra.